In this video, I'm going to explain the power of your thoughts regarding both your desires and what currently is, and contrast the energy to desire with the acceptance of what is, so that you will be able to be empowered to accept what currently is while holding your desired reality as already done for you. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I am your muse, Tracy. I am your favorite manifestation coach, and I am here to inspire you and empower you to live the life of your dreams, to create on purpose exactly what you want in all areas of your life, to stop settling and to stop suffering. You are not here to do either of those things. If that sounds good to you, you are more than welcome to subscribe to my channel. If you're interested in any of my coaching offerings, I have one-on-one coaching packages, and I also have group coaching options. My next group coaching program is starting in January, which has been getting rave reviews, by the way. We just finished the last one in November. So the next one starts in a few short weeks in January, and I'm currently offering a special and limited time pricing program. So if you're interested in getting that special limited time pricing program, send me an email or drop me a comment here as well. And let's get right into the video. So I wanted to do this video because I get this question so much. By one-on-one clients mostly, as we kind of get deeper into the work and we start to talk about acceptance and self-love. This is such a common question that comes up, desire versus acceptance. So that's what we're talking about today. And let's get right into it. First of all, there is this illusion of rejection as a means to control. We often think that we have to, when we have a desire that is not present in our current circumstances, in our current 3D reality, that we have to completely reject our current circumstances and our current reality in order to convey that, hey, this is not my desire. I don't prefer this. I don't want this. This is sort of the mindset that we think we have to reject the current reality in order to I guess send the message that, I actually prefer something different. When really, the truth is what you resist, i.e. resisting the current reality because it's not what you prefer, persists. What you resist persists. And experiencing the opposite of what you desire serves you, it really does serve you as clarity. When you know what you don't want, you know more clearly what you do want. I think that's a quote from Abraham Hicks, perhaps. And in going back to the law of polarity, which I have a whole video dedicated to that. If you haven't seen that video, if you're not familiar with what that is, go and watch that video. But the law of polarity reminds us that when we experience something, this is proof that the opposite also exists. Because as stated in the law of polarity, everything exists in pairs of opposites. Everything, everything, everything. So experiencing the opposite of what you want isn't actually a problem if you understand that 3D is never ever showing you what is possible. This is the mistake that most people make because they tend to only believe what they can sense with their 5 senses. And so since they're experiencing the opposite of what they want, they tend to believe that. And then they think that their desire isn't real, isn't possible. And so they push against and they reject the current reality. So really, the truth is what you can sense with your 5 senses, in other words, 3D reality, is a small, tiny, teeny tiny fraction of all that exists. You're only seeing a small, tiny, tiny, tiny bit of all of creation. Again, creation is finished. All possibilities exist. All things, everything exists in these pairs of opposites. So if right now you can only see one of those pairs, okay, but that's not telling you that this is all that's available, this is all that's possible. So don't get trapped in that illusion. It's just showing you what you've aligned with and it's helping you to gain clarity about what it is that you prefer. Nothing is actually going wrong. So if what you resist persists, then what you accept can melt and transform. So now let's talk about the trap of constant, being in a state of constantly desiring. Neville says to desire is to have. What does he mean by that? He means the moment that you recognize you have a desire, you identify maybe for the first time, hey, I desire this amount of money, this type of relationship, or this type of experience. Once you've identified the desire, your job next is to accept it is already done for you, right? And notice, like, immediately. So you may not have physical evidence of that yet. No problem. No problem. This is being a conscious creator. You accept it's already done and practice the feeling of having it now. So that's what he means by to desire is to have. Literally, the moment the desire is born within you, your job as a conscious creator is to accept, I have this desire for a reason. And the reason is not suffering, by the way. The reason is I'm meant to experience this. This is meant for me. So you start the process of accepting that. And it may be a process. You may have limiting beliefs that say, you don't get to have that. No problem. It's a process of acceptance. It's a process of, and actually tapping into these feelings of what it would be like to have it will assist you in that process. Okay. So it's a mistake. It's a mistake that I often see, that people realize that they have a desire and then maybe start affirming it or visualizing it and then waiting for something to appear in their external reality because they affirmed, because they visualized. But all the while, they're actually practicing the vibration or the state of not having. And everything is energy and everything is vibration. So this gets the evidence of more not having. So this is really what Neville is talking about. So it's not about, I have a desire and now I'm going to affirm 50 million times and keep checking to see if it's shown up yet. That's not what he's talking about. He's talking about, well, first you have to understand creation is finished. You have to understand that you're the one creating. Your imagination is God. You're selecting and creating everything, right? You have to understand a few things. But then once you notice that you have a desire, you start the process of accepting that it's done for you. Not in the future, not off in the future when you get physical evidence of it. No, right now, before you have the evidence. Okay, this is what Neville is really teaching. All right, next let's talk about the path to acceptance. I've spoken about this many times in other videos, but I'm going to repeat it here because I still get this question all the time in the comments and email from my one-on-one clients. And that is, if I accept what is, doesn't that mean that I'm just settling for what is? And the answer is no, 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 no. Because remember, acceptance is acceptance and choosing is choosing. They're not like interchangeable. They're two different things. Acceptance is just not resisting, but acceptance is not choosing. You accept what is and you choose by accepting that it's already done for you and by feeling the feelings that you would have if it was already done for you. This is choosing. This is how you choose. So you stop resisting what is and you practice the feelings of having your desire right now. You see the difference? And I did cover this in the first section in the illusion of rejection as a means to control. You don't control through rejection, and you control through simply selecting your new desired reality and remaining focused on it through feeling that you already have it, that you're already experiencing your desired reality when? Right now. There is no need to continue to resist or reject your current reality. You don't need to do that. That is, you're getting in your own way, basically. We only do this out of fear of it not changing. But when you know who you are and you know your reality is always taking its cue from you, you will no longer have this fear and you will no longer need to resist what currently is and reject what currently is, even if it's not what you want. And when you no longer resist, you accept it, knowing that it isn't permanent, and you are deciding your next slide or your next parallel reality that you're jumping into by giving it your attention, focusing on it, and feeling the feelings that you would feel if you were already there. When? Right now. Part of acceptance as well is realizing that everything is your creation. Everything is your creation, either consciously or unconsciously. And when you accept all parts of your creation, you are essentially empowering yourself and also loving yourself. Love is acceptance. But when you deny parts of your creation, you are playing the victim to that part of your reality, and you are disempowering yourself and not loving yourself. So acceptance truly is alchemy. You allow things to shift and change when you accept fully what currently is, knowing that you get to choose what you are stepping into next. All right, so let's summarize. You do not need to reject what currently is as a means to control. This doesn't work, actually, and it actually works in the opposite way that you think, because again, I'll say it one more time, what you resist persists, or even what you reject persists. To desire is to have. The moment you recognize that you have a new desire, your job is to accept it as true, or begin the process of accepting it as true. Asking yourself things like, what would the feeling be like if I had this now? And finally, acceptance is literally how you alchemize your reality. Accepting all of your creation and all of yourself is true self-love and empowerment. All right, you guys, if you want to learn more about all of these things, check out my upcoming group coaching program, Empowered to Create. We start as a group together in January, kicking off the new year right. And again, I'm offering a special pricing plan for a limited time, so you can leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.